Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we're watching grains of sand fall in a giant hourglass called Mega Random as the Viper, playing as the Mayans in green, gets ready to take on TaToH, playing as the Burmese in red. And while the players explore their pretty interesting surroundings, we'll get into the map in a second, herd their herdables, and try to go up to Feudal as fast as possible with their horse scouts. Let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now, the Mayans are a Civ that does whatever it can to push its players towards archer units. Their skirmishers can be upgraded to throw a second weaker projectile, and their foot archers, except for skirmishers, become progressively cheaper as the game goes on, all the way up to 30% cheaper in Imperial, which does help them mass their unique unit, the Plumed Archer. This is the fastest foot archer in the game, comes with a small attack bonus against infantry. Now, to support your ranged units against the enemy, Mayan walls are 50% cheaper, so archer units can stay safe behind a lot of these. And you can also upgrade your Eagle Warriors to get a massive 40 HP boost. Now, to help produce an army as large as possible, Mayan resources do last 15% longer, and they do start the game with an extra villager, but 50 less food, which does help them potentially reach Feudal Age much quicker so they can start saving on their archer units. Now, the Burmese across the hourglass, a civilization that focuses, unlike the Mayans, on their mounted units. Burmese battle elephants automatically come with extra armor, can be upgraded to get even more armor. Their cavalry, entire cavalry line, can be upgraded to get a powerful attack boost against archers, which might be problematic for the Viper. And lastly, their unique unit, the Arambai, is a ranged cavalry unit that actually throws darts at its opponents with absolute horrible accuracy. But even the darts that miss deal 100% damage compared to the 50% that other archer units do. Now, to support and protect their mounted units, especially their elephants on the field of battle, the Burmese actually have two pretty cool options. The first, if you want to go infantry route, all Burmese infantry get a progressive attack boost starting in Feudal all the way up to +3 in Imperial, or you can go the route of the monk. If you go this route, monk techs are 50% cheaper. And take a look at this. Our Burmese vision, you know exactly where all the relics are on the map, has already scouted the 3 in his immediate surrounding, has TaToH, 1, 2, 3. So this map, a little different than your normal 5 relic Arabia map. This one has 6 with 3 on each side of the hourglass. Now, in order to build the infrastructure that's needed to pump out huge amounts of units, all lumber camp techs are free for the Burmese. So those are our 2 civs. Let's zoom out. Take a look at the map we are watching. A giant hourglass, maybe a sheaf of wheat or barley of some kind. Everyone started with 3 villagers, except for the Mayans, of course, that started with 4, as I mentioned. And everyone started with a scouting horse. Very pretty unit. And that is the map we're on. The map, the island in the center. Lots and lots of scarce resources. Gold and stone galore. And by the way, these are shoals, which means that both land units and water units can traverse. So even though there is water surrounding the entire map, ringing the center of it, players can still make a pretty straight beeline towards each other's bases. Let's take a look. Has TaToH discovered his opponent's base? Just now reaching the other side of the hourglass. The Viper has discovered just the tip, and that, I guess, for him is enough. Let's take a look, by the way, at the starting position, because, man, oh man, does everyone start with a good amount of gold. What are we working with here? 7, 7, and 4 gold. That is 18 piles of gold, and 3 and 2, 5 piles of stone. So a lot of gold, not a lot of stone. Both players, it looks like, have their gold in the backwards position here. Both players also have forests in the back, although it does look like the Viper, whose civ very much pushes players to archers, that has more forests in the back, nice and safe, whereas TaToH just has this one forest and a big old empty space with what is this, a dead birch? Actually, no, just a regular birch, not dead. TaToH discovers the rest of his opponent's base, has done a nice little donut maneuver here. 22 villagers apiece. Both players sitting on a whole bunch of food, which tells me they might want to be going up to feudal soon. I'm surprised the Viper continues to go up. We'll see how many villagers they both have when they click up. In terms of huntables and herdables and all that jazz, if you take a look at the minimap, not exactly a lot of sources of food. Everyone started with the pepperonis, and it looks like the wild boar. But aside from that, and aside from one snow leopard to the south, one snow leopard to the north, doesn't look like there's many animals rather, on this map at all. And TaToH walding off. He does not want to get raided by a bunch of Mayan units, as he is, I guess he suspects it's the Viper who's going to be putting on the aggression, as the Viper just kind of waltzes, or I guess in this case prances, into TaToH's base. I think he expected more villagers in the town center, which is why he did a little fancy trot maneuver there. This horse, I guess fresh from competitions, green pinging over here, saying, hey, how come you're already taking stone? You're not the Poles. What are you doing at the 10-minute mark of the game in Dark Age taking stone? I see you. Don't you even try to tower rush. And both players, it looks like, have discovered this island to the center and its rich, rich deposits of gold and stone. Okay, everyone, 27 villagers heading up to Feudal Age, literally at the exact same time. Holy moly. We'll keep an eye on the bottom right of our screen with the Roman numeral 1s and see when they become Roman numeral 2, and see if any player actually will hit before, because as I go, my eyes pan left and right to left, to me it looks like they're literally have clicked up at the exact same moment. How's the villager allocation? More on food and wood for our Burmese, more on gold and stone for our Mayan. Very interesting. Not a lot, not a huge difference. One extra villager here. Let's see. It does look like the Viper reached it literally a split second ahead of his opponent, and immediately a blacksmith go up for him. Market blacksmith for our Burmese as well. So the players are treating this a little bit like an arena map. I wonder if that means we'll get to see battles over relics, although I suspect with the relics very much in the immediate vicinity of their bases, probably not. More pepperonis make their way back into the main part of the Viper's base. And he is up to castle. TaToH's up to castle as well. Also, this time, though, the Viper has a solid 1 second lead, ladies and gentlemen. A massive 1 second lead. Any military infrastructure for either player? Not a damn thing. What do you make of this? TaToH has walled his entire base off. The Viper? Not a single care in the world. Stone miners to the back, gold miners everywhere, lumberjacks completely open. We'll see what he does with these villagers once these berries deplete themselves. But for now, 510 stone already for our Mayan. And a lot more wood for our Burmese. Very interesting. Not surprised with that development given their free lumber camp techs. I thought he would at least be preparing to go cavalry with Manipur, with the Manipur unique tech. Is this open, by the way? No, it is not. So TaToH has walled himself off. Doesn't see anything that's about to hit him. I mean, what's about to hit him is absolutely nothing, because the Viper is also walling himself off. Rather, not walling himself. Oh my goodness, going up to castle and preparing to do something. What is he preparing to do? What a big guessing game. I mean, with 700 stone, immediately hits castle. I was going to say with 700 stone, likely going to place a castle. Are we going to see plumed archers? That would be a lot of fun on a map like this. On a map like this where you get discount. Remember, now archers for the Mayans are 20% cheaper. And that is a discount that applies to all resources. It's not like Schlachte for the Poles that just applies to the gold of knight units. Oh, TaToH's going to discover it. He discovers it. Okay, he sees the castle. Immediately backs away. Get out of the radius here with this super weak horse. The Viper just kind of happy to camp out here. TaToH, 2 extra town centers. The Viper firmly focused militarily, and now he's starting to wall himself off, but with palisades. You are the Mayans. Your walls are 50% off. You are fighting a cavalry civilization, and you choose palisade walls. A very interesting choice for the Viper. Up here it is houses. And 2 plumes already huffing their way across the map. What a fun unit. I absolutely love this unit. Fastest foot archer in the game. And let's see how TaToH defends. I don't see any infrastructure going up for him at all. A secondary wall off of houses. I mean, plumes are not, if they were Saracen, they'd come with a nice attack bonus against buildings. But these are just basic plumed archers. But that's kind of all he needs right now. These are palisade walls, and there is no army here to defend, although there is now a castle going up. And the Viper sees it with the vision, the line of sight of these plumed archers. More green dots continuing to stream across the map. The Viper's not done yet. More and more plumed archers being produced. Okay. Is the Viper going Mr. Yo meme build, where he chooses one type of unit and just mass produces it and does what he can? I mean, we've seen Mr. Yo, by the way. Speaking of Mr. Yo, with these plumed archers, man, oh man. I am so confused. This, if he knocks this palisade wall down, there's still a house behind here. He can't get in. Or am I completely crazy? There's a bush right here. There's a house. I suspect he's attacking this because he knows his opponent can't repair it or build anything behind it. But attacking this is, dare I say, pointless? Can you get in here? I don't think you can get in here. What the hell is the point of that? Now you're attacking a house. So in about 15 years, that house is going to go down. Red continuing to scout. I like TaToH's map vision, by the way. Has seen pretty much, I would say, 75% of the map. The Viper, also not terrible. Just missing a few swaths of ether. And he responds, does our Burmese, with a ram by 1 out, 1 monk out as well. And let's take a look at what he can do with this unit. Look at that line of sight, how nice and juicy it is. Any upgrades on these plumes? +2 attack and range only. No armor upgrades just yet. No attack upgrades whatsoever on these Arambai, who managed to get the first kill of the game, I think. I suspect. Oh, now they also catch wind of the villagers here for the Viper. What's their base pierce armor? 1 base pierce armor is not bad against the unit that attacks on a 7. And you've got 60 HP. So 10 shots to kill this one Arambai. And let's see here. Very good placement of a castle. Very interesting placement too. Nullifies this town center. We'll be able to bust through the south of our Burmese base. The only thing is, for the Viper, might want to be careful. I mean, look at that line of sight on these units, but they are clumped. And clumped units versus Arambai, backed up by a Mangonel. For now, 2 amazingly quick snipes. Holy these are fast units. 1.9 attack speed. But he's got to respect the Mangonel. He's got to respect 5 Arambai. We've seen what Arambai can do to units that are clumped. And look at this. Our Burmese says, take the town center to the south. I don't, what is it? IDGAF. I am building a nice town center on Center Island over here. Nice and secure between the forests. I'm not too sure about this. This is a perfect location if your opponent is going melee, right? Because it reduces the area. But this is also a kill zone for an opponent, against an opponent that's going plumed, is going ranged units rather, in general. One Arambai gets picked off. 4 kills to 2. These Arambai are smartly running away from the town center. He does not want to make the Viper aware that there is a structure here at all. So meme builds for both players, actually. One committing to Arambai, one committing to plumed archers. Can't say I mind this at all. The only thing is, Arambai need to get the hell out of here. They are getting picked off one by one. Oh no, this is like a horror movie. one by one, and now he just says, yeah, I give up. I give up. There's nothing I can do to save this unit. I am placing my own second castle down to defend against yours. More plumed archers coming in. He's up to 27 plumed archers. It's 27 army supply to 7. But look at the Viper's civilian population. 47 to 80. His economy is half the size, but does he care? He needs a monk. He needs something that will heal these units. Look at their HP. They're down to half, which means the Arambi are going to have a field day with these units. The Viper continuing. He's going up to Imperial. Town center is down. Secondary wall-off begins here for our Burmese, who has 250 stone but chooses to build houses. I guess it gives them population space. I guess these plumed archers don't take houses down very quickly. And the plumes, oh my god, an evacuated lumberjack line. Oh no, the Viper's not paying attention. Takes a very bad shot. And now the Arambi move to intercept. One dies immediately. And now it's a battle of micro. Man, oh man, are the Viper's units clumped, but he is dodging everything but ballista shots, scorpion shots. Sorry, not ballistas. The Arambi, at least the original clump of Arambi are all dead. The plumes, though, that was a good fight, I think, for TaToH. And now there's one plumed left up here to the north. What an amazing fight there. Cleans up the entire northern contingent. Okay. Your job is done, Mangonel. Turn around. You're needed down south. The theater of war now has shifted south. The castle on castle violence remains. No upgrades again means that 8 basic range cannot touch this castle, but 10 range can touch that one. Here we go again. Arambi getting one shot. Oh no. So 2 armor, 2 pierce armor against these plumes that we saw fire on a 7 means that they do 5 damage. So 12 plumes needed to one shot an Arambi, and he's got 21. By the way, still hasn't seen the town center here or the castle, by the way. So a good amount of infrastructure there for our Burmese. The only problem is he's getting picked off 1 unit at a time. This Scorpion will go down. Good shot by the Mangonel, I think. Maybe got just the tip of that plumed archer force. Green is pinging over here. Not too sure why. Saying, LOL, I am dodging your siege. The Viper looks like he's microing 5 different clumps of units at once, but in come the Arambi. They close the distance. The Viper staggers his archers, but is that enough? No, they clump when they move. They clump when they move. Another Arambi from the other side. Now he's down to 16, 17 plumed archers to 9, 10 Arambi. Oh, the Viper loses again. His entire army in one quadrant of the map, but does he care? He's continuing to produce. He's an Imperial. TaToH's in castle, and these plumed archers are now 30% off. And now it's TaToH showing us some fancy footwork here, but has to retreat. This is a lot of plumed archers. Now they're at a +3 attack. Any pierce armor for these guys? Yeah, no, just a basic +1. This is really just a battle of micro at this point. The dock is building demo ships. Are we gonna get to see plumed archers explode like balloons? Okay, the plumes see it. The plumes see it, the demo. Okay, it explodes like a balloon. And now a very aggressive, a very defensive castle. A third one by our Burmese, who is housed. But look, he's housed at 45 supply, higher than his opponent. Will you get it? Will you connect? Okay, accidentally kills 2 plumed archers, which is fine. And now there's how many here? 13 more. The Viper's back up to 27 plumed. Our Arambi count is down to 4. Why is he banking so many resources, TaToH? Fantastic shot there by the demo raft. Oh, mama, that was amazing. does manage to connect, and the Viper has to respect it, has to retreat. And here we go. Our Burmese is going cavalry. The question is, where the hell were you 5 minutes ago? There's already a Treb out your castle. Unupgraded at all. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, discovers the hidden expansion. Does the Viper? We'll see what he does. Another Treb being built. Okay, we've got Light Cav now on the field, at least potentially on the field, but he's going demo ships. He wants to create a ring, a protective, explosive ring around his base. More plumed archers continue streaming out here. This castle, oh man, now our Burmese is going to be taxed because he's going to have to defend 2 locations at once, and he just doesn't have the numbers. 13 Arambai, I guess 2 Mangonels can sneak their way in here on the left of his base to the right of the Viper, and the demo ships are coming. The demo ships are coming. He's attacking, by the way, the base here to the north, but the real story is the demo ships. They're entering the castle zone, though. No. Oh, what a waste. What a waste of demo ships. 4 of them. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And the last grain of sand falls on the hourglass, and it falls. It looks at Viper and it says, "I fall for thee." The Viper raiding this hidden base, or at least posturing in front of it, tickling its HP away. Meanwhile, shelling the castle as well. Nothing here to really defend against this. The plumed archers did retreat, which exposes the Treb. So the Treb is going to go down here. But at this point, I mean, look at the villager count. TaToH maybe, potentially, possibly, maybe, prematurely GG'd on this one. Or maybe he didn't. Let's take a look. He's out of wood to the back. And this is where it gets problematic for him because he can't get wood here. I guess he can get wood here. But with this one plumed archer, I guess not. So he's out of wood. And now this is under attack, leaving the south wood, which is now being monitored by plumes. So the Viper here has completely ensured that the Burmese player has no access to wood at all. Now you might ask, why the hell does he need wood? Because a Rambai costs 75 wood. Siege costs wood. Trebs cost wood. Everything that he's building here, except the monk, has a wood component to it. And there is nothing that our Burmese can do, even though he's got more than double the civilian count. He's at half the military. And the Viper, who, by the way, still hasn't walled off his base at all. At all. Has 0 military infrastructure. Do you see a barracks? Do you see at all anything other than castles? Because he went full meme build, 41 plumed archers. What a fun game. 99 plumes to 49. Peak APM for both players looks like towards the middle to late game. Can't see the economies being too fair here with the Burmese having double the villager count. Okay, this is a lot more fair than I thought it would be. He got 2 relics, 900 gold, and he's ahead in all the resources. But what he's not ahead at is, I'm assuming, the kill count. Yeah, the Viper is 73 to 59. 26 villager kills. Even with those 26, his opponent still has 118 villagers. And ultimately, man, oh man, had he just switched to cavalry. So we have a siege workshop. We have a stable in the back, 1 stable and 1 barracks. And they're all the way to the back, which tells me he wanted to keep producing a Rambai. I mean, you don't build a stable all the way at the edge of the known world if you want to use it to create units to put forward pressure, right? You build it here. You build it here. Maybe even here. But in any event, it is what it is. Our Rambai, if he just had a few more minutes, if he was just building a few of these Manipur cavalry, I really thought that he would go full on cavalry once he saw the commitment of the Viper to plumed archers. But look, a Rambai aren't bad either. Demo ships, demo rafts, whatever they are, aren't bad either. We saw that juicy explosion right here, right before the castle went up and blocked our vision. And what a fun game. The Viper going Mr. Yo and doing a meme build, manages to absolutely surround his opponent on multiple fronts, and using that surround, even with just one unit, enough to shoo away any lumberjacks on this part of the forest. Absolutely fantastic. Using that, gets the W, but GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.